Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Vagrus the Riven Realms. We're here in Larnak. We're going to the Vernius Villa to help Vorax to try and exorcise some ghosts or something. Entered the abandoned premises. The once beautiful villa of the Vernius family lies vacant in the darkness of a large cave on the east side of the city, a sad monument to a great dynasty erased from history. The crumbling marble is dirty and overgrown with black thorny vines, while the hollow windows stare into your soul. If you are not here for a very good reason, it is best to leave this haunted area. No, we gotta go. You walk through the property's broken gate and begin the arduous slog across the courtyard, overgrown with brambles and thorns. With the whole neighborhood deserted, the silence here is oppressive. As you get closer, you begin to feel that something unnameable, a dark and inky presence, is hanging in the air, hushed, malevolent, and watching. You finally make it to the front entrance and peer into the hallway beyond. Nothing but darkness, the kind of which makes you uneasy to be standing here. I'd probably shit myself if... Vorax stops mid-sentence and then sighs. No, not in the mood for jesting in this miserable place. If you're serious about it, boss, I say we get this over fast. We should take a good look at the place and it supposedly happened. The feast hall. You walk into the ruined villa? Yeah, let's do it. The inside of the villa is much worse than the courtyard. Strange whispers echo among the soiled marble walls, and you can feel that the stale stillness is being agitated by the presence of the living. Ooh, let us use our magic to scry the premises. Your magic scrying reveals that a malevolent, hateful presence permeates the place. The source of it is a curse, one that is immensely powerful and turbulent. To your surprise, the baleful enchantment is directly linked to Vorax's soul. Your companion makes no comment, which could be a first. You deliberate on what to do next. We got some insight for that. I guess we should look around the gardens? The walled garden is impossibly overgrown, so you cannot reach parts of it. Most of the growth is a chaotic amalgamation of wild giant mushrooms and thorny liana. However, a little scouting reveals that someone set up a little garden of their own at the back, where a hole in the stone wall allows entry. Whoever it was, they made an effort to hide this way back into the premises. The tiny garden has some rare plants, but it is horribly overgrown with weeds and brambles. Judging by the unattended nature of it, you'd wager that this little venture came to a bad end quite some time ago. We will grab intriguing specimens before returning. Herbs, bogweed, and slime grass. Look around the living quarters? Or the servants' quarters? The wing of the villa that used to house the servants' quarters and other auxiliary sections is in complete disarray. It becomes quickly evident that quite a lot of parties have scavenged these chambers in the hundreds of years since the tragedy of Verni. And yet there are no corpses here, old and mummified, since the looters had no intent... Oh, yet there are corpses here, old and mummified, since the looters had no intention of touching them. The bodies here suggest that those who died did so while trying to flee something. There is no damage to their bones nor their skin if one does not count the wounds caused by trying to frantically break through doors and windows. Maybe the specters got him, Vorax whispers hoarsely, and you all shiver. Unfortunately, everything useful or valuable has long been looted here, so we will return to the atrium. It's time to head to the feast hall. You know that you cannot put this off indefinitely, so you order the search party to carefully approach the feast hall ahead. There are a few gasps upon entering the grand archway. The chamber is enormous. The far reaches of its cavernous expanse are lost in shadows. Great marble pillars support its arched ceiling, and beneath it are 3 lines of long, low tables. Among these are rotten pillows and broken chairs, and corpses. Hundreds of corpses. Some of them look like they are slumbering, their heads on the table, but most of them were preserved in twisted, convulsing positions. Some tried to hug amidst their death throes. Others were crawling away in vain. All of them look ancient and mummified. Vorax is shocked to see the tragic scene for the first time. He keeps opening and shutting his mouth as he walks among the dead. There is a sudden cold draft that brings the stench of rot, and then it begins. The whispers you have been hearing on the edge of perception suddenly become louder and burrow into your mind like icy daggers. Some of the corpses suddenly come to life. They turn their terrible visages towards Vorax and scream. Most of these painful howls are unintelligible, but some are easily understood. Murderer, possessor, poisoner, assassin, you dare come back here. Mommy, it hurts so much. Oh, God. Why? My insides are burning. The pale ghost fire begins to dance on the corpses, and the specters themselves emerge from the cold flames one by one. There are too many to count. Their screams and wails blot out everything. "I'm sorry!" your companion yells, but his voice is drowned out by the spectral cacophony. You will have to fight your way out of the villa and protect Vorax. All right. I should have gotten the Blessing of Unbinding, I realize. Let's see what we can do. We've got 3 mages, which makes the blessings easier to tackle. Are you corporeal? Sure are. We'll have our mages focus on the undead creatures. And we'll try to get our other dudes access to the guy at the back. Nice crit, well done. Melt this guy's brain? Or what counts as a brain? Owie. Poke him? Nice. Axe him. And then I would like to boost Gorgoro. I'm going to hit you with my hawk. You did not die. You can tell I'm surprised. Axe? Hell yeah. Not too bad, considering we couldn't hurt the ghosts with half our party. Against all odds, you make it out of the villa alive. Once you're across the courtyard, you notice that the specters have remained behind, screaming and raging inside the building. The Vernius villa is now astir with ghosts, but apparently they cannot leave it. That might be the only reason you've survived the encounter. You sit down across the street to catch your breath and tend to the wounded. I can't let this stand, Vorax says suddenly. He is staring at the villa. There is already less visible and audible spectral activity there, but you have no illusions that the spirit host will reemerge in full force should you close the distance. I have to fix this. The undead chef turns towards you. You would too, right? I mean, if you were responsible? How to fix it, I'm not sure, but there must be a way to make them move on, to find peace. I mean, couldn't we just let the Church of Ascul know? You ask him if he knows of a way, but he just shakes his head until he comes to a conclusion. Well, we need someone who does. A sorcerer specialized in curses, necromancy, spirits, specters, whatever. You agree that somebody like that would be key to getting this matter resolved? Yeah, boss, exactly. Vorax grins, but then his eyes go wide. Oh, but let's exclude the Oscolites, all right? Oh, come on. That was my one idea. It's one thing that they tolerate my existence because some of their higher-ups owe me, but... well, let's not push my luck. If they learn that I'm to blame for this haunting bit, they'll unmake me before you can blink. Without being able to do anything here without the right sorceress help, you decide to return to the Manzio. Oh boy. Cursebreaker. Find a sorcerer well-versed in curses and hauntings. I'm trying to think of the sorcerers we know. There's the sorcerer in, Avernum. He did help with Nadir's curse. Do we know anybody in Tectum Carvos? Or, sorry, in Torzeg's Shelter? Or maybe Devon? Or any of our own mages, perhaps? I guess maybe we try going back to Avernum? So there is some stuff to take to Avernum. So we could do that. Yeah, why don't we do that? See if we can't go talk to that guy and see if he either A, has a lead, or B, can fix our problem for us. Got some more stuff to take to Avernum. Still some more stuff. I don't think... how much of this food is mine? Is it all mine? I should have been paying attention. Pottery? Hides. Okay, so all this food is mine, so I don't have to super worry about food. And we could take... there was a House Venari one. Here we go. 4. Okay. So let's fill up on food. And then we'll put our bogweed in there so we don't get caught with some contraband. And then we'll go north. Find a sorcerer who's good with curses. Like, he's the only one that pops to mind right away. Like, would the... do you think the Sadirar might be able to help? Perhaps? Because I've gone to talk to them. Like, you remember... what's his name? Halfree? Skornar's cousin. He was cursed, right? And we took him to the people. Do we have too many people in our camp? We were kind of riding the edge of the crowded camps debuff. Tainted Coterie. All right, I'll fight you. You can't stop me. I don't even have to... I don't even really have to do anything other than just, you know, call the leaders or whatever. Send out our A squad. The next time when I go back to the villa, I'll remember to get the Blessing of Unbinding. It's a little harder now that Skornar's no longer around. Or, sorry, Sidarius. Because you could just give him some supplies and he'd cast the Blessing of Unbinding on everyone. Which was pretty neat. But now we have to kind of plan ahead. Let's try to kill the one who gave him himself insane rage. We would like him not to live. There he goes. Oh, that wasn't the one with insane rage? Who's that guy? I thought he had a buff. Alright, insanely raged one is dead now. Unfortunately, we've left this other one alive. Ah, good block, though. And then poke him. Good job. Well done, team. Garrick, how did this happen? I pursue the one guy who escaped? Oh, there was like 4 guys. Give me all of your goods. You gave me 6 food? What a waste of time. Oh, so close. We camp on the outskirts of the city. Our vigor is so low. In we go. Nothing to hide. Pay your taxes. And then turn these 3 things in. And fantastic news. Okay, let's go talk to, what's his name? Mage Incanus. Yeah, what about this? Ask him about different sorts of magic. Ah, we didn't get any kind of insight. Maybe I already got insight. Vorax is looking for some sorceress assistance with the Vernius haunting. Vorax introduces himself to Incanus and tells him all about the haunting of the Vernius villa in excruciating detail. You can see the mage's patience erode sentence by sentence, but to his credit, he never interrupts the undead chef. When Vorax is finally blue in the mouth and an oddity for someone who does not draw breath, Incanus speaks. That was quite the conundrum. I am well versed in curses, and I've been known to hold my own when it comes to necromancy. However, he holds a dramatic pause, and Vorax's expression darkens. I am currently unwilling to leave my tower, and you'll need a professional out in the field. Might I advise you to keep looking elsewhere? I have heard of a spirit caller of the Shalimi faith living in an oasis to the southwest. They are known to be arbiters between the spirit world and these shattered realms. Oh, and this piece of advice is gratis. Thank you for your generosity. Okay, so that means we actually have to head to the last oasis, which is a bit of a hike, but I think if we if there's anything to take to Larnak, I think we can still get to Larnak in decent time. And we'll take extra supplies to make the journey. And then we'll just get on the road. And then I think what we want to do is we just want to buzz back behind Utvarar, hit Kochar on the way just to get more supplies if need be. And then hope we get some lucky rolls with our tents to boost some vigor so we can do some forest marching. Obviously, I'll generate my own vigor if I can. do some hunting. Maybe we'll get lucky there. Little success, not too bad. More vigor, please. And I would love it. I think I'll hold off on my marching ability here. If you guys would give me vigor today? Nope. It was too much to hope for that. But we will go this way. Navigating this part of the desert is always a little tricky. Then we can force march tomorrow. I think we'll skip Kotrar, even though I mentioned it earlier. Just because it's going to take 10 movement to get out and back anyway. At least the out of our way. And we'll be able to get to the last oasis tomorrow. So that's not too bad. All right. In we go, and then we go beeline east to Larnak from here. So let's gather some supplies. Can I sell this here? Sure can. Hell yeah. They want weed here. To the lonely outpost, we visit Duzani. Yes, thank you. I was like, please tell me you're the one they were actually talking about. Vorax is looking for sorceress assistance with the Vernius haunting. Duzani listens to Vorax's story of his involvement in the haunting of the Vernius villa. She looks concerned, not only because your companion goes into excruciating detail, including his turbulent feelings on the matter. I can see that you're very upset about causing this, even if you've distanced yourself from that previous you, she tells Vorax in her deep, silky voice. But are you truly remorseful? Because that is what you need to break such a curse. Vorax frowns and then thinks about the question hard, sighs and then nods. Yes, I feel that I am, he replies, to which the sorceress nods. Then I will aid you in this, as my kind is wont to do, she announces. I will go to Larnak and see this villa for myself. I'll travel alone, faster that way. Make your way there and we'll talk about what I found, and how I can make all this go away. Vorax is very grateful to the Damahan woman, and keeps asking her how he can repay her, but Duzani is adamant that it is her duty to help him, and that the spirits will reward her actions if they see fit. The way of the Shalimi, she concludes the discussion. Shortly after, she begins to pack. You ask her what will happen to the oasis while she is away, but she assures you that others can protect it in her absence. My magic will sustain itself while I'm gone, but I don't plan on staying away for too long, she tells you, so you'd better make haste. I take my responsibilities seriously. You have to journey back to Larnak, it seems. Well, good thing we were planning on that. We'll take our leave. And back to the city. And this time when we get there, I will visit the Church of Oscul. Sure, why not? Some morale. Have a look about the special offer. Offer 2 bros? Sure. We got a rare jewel. Go to bed. I think I've had that one before with like the crazy, it's like the gypsy caravan, I think. Where they just like, your people party with them all night long and get super drunk. A fun time was had by all. Maybe. I don't know. We'll save our movement today. Cool stuff. All right. I will say, just my general thoughts about Vorax's questline is I feel like he's just kind of like, it feels like lower stakes than a lot of the other companions' questlines. And that could very well but be by design, because he's kind of just a goofy character. And he is a cook. So it's not like he's like trying to save the world or anything like that. Can I get there? I can! Huzzah! All right, in we go. Nothing to hide. Turn in our things. 1, 2, 3. And then we visit the Church of Oscul real quick. The wealthy? Please? Infirmary? Visit the authorities? Is there not a church here? Hold on. Infirmary? No. Baller call? See what services they have? The blessings? No, that's for persuasion. There's gotta be a temple here, right? The fields? There's no temple in Larnak? Is that insanity? It must be. That's crazy. The industrial part of town? Yeah, the fields, the reader, which I should pop into because I did buy a book. I got some insight. Order a new book. I've almost ordered all of the books now. Let's order a book on the Everdark. So it's not in the fields. It can't be in Explore the City. Lucerne, so Sanctum, no. It's not in the Proclarum. The Authorities? No, we already looked at this. And it's not the Infirmary. All right. This is when I miss Sidarius. It's just being able to conjure my own Blessing of Unbinding here. You find Uzani camped in the courtyard. Oh, can we get her to give us the Blessing of Unbinding? Her fire and tent are surrounded by a ghost fence, complete with skulls, feathers, and dream catchers. A blessing of spirits? Favor of the Kajubra? I don't know what that is. What about a Shalimi blessing? Let me check. The Shalimi blessing. Maximum resourcefulness, vigilance, morale, and combat strength. And lower specter ambushes. I wonder... Well, you can. It seems like you can only have one blessing at a time. So what? I guess I should look at what is the other blessing. I got money to burn. It doesn't really matter. So let's see. Let's go take a look. Excuse me. Well, I'm not sure what the other one is. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to pause there. It's a little bit of a shorter episode, but I want to start the next episode with us entering the villa. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of Vagrus the Riven Realms or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.